I'm gonna start over fresh.
Let's start over.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We're back with the new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Before I talk about the weekend, I want to say if you're watching the Script Me Show for the first time, I hope you click that subscribe button. And to everyone watching, please click the like button. And also share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, text message, or wherever you choose to share our videos. I haven't been going out for a while. I haven't been out since the last first Friday in December, and I said, you know what? They're going to take my gallbladder out on Sunday. I want to go out and I want to have a good time. So I went out, seen some of my friends. I met some people. I met a guy from Virginia named Terry, so I wanted to give you a shout out. So you can't say I forgot you and stuff like that. I'll give you a shout out.
He must have been special.
We was just outside talking, and we just had a good time. Yeah, you know how to be the let out. You don't do the club. Mm-hmm. So I was doing the let out, about to get ready to go home. But
you
of course,
anything yet?
Hell no. You know I don't play them games, especially now when I just moved. In my third time, I play them games. I told you after I got that test, I don't play no games.
What test?
You remember the first? Remember when I told you a long time ago?
You got scared?
Yes.
Oh,
remember I told you that?
No, I don't remember that. But that was from a one night stand.
Yes. I don't play them games no more. So
you must have been drunk.
No, I was sober. I knew exactly what was going on.
And they still ain't you?
Huh? I didn't. You tried it.
No, I didn't know.
Let me tell you.
All right, well, thank God.
Yeah,
everything's okay.
Yeah, everything is great.
Thank you, Jesus.
But yeah, back to, so yeah, I just had a good first.
Jesus.
Oh!
I forgot about that one.
So we had a good first Friday, and so then, Sunday was the Super Bowl. Saturday I just relaxed. Sunday, Super Bowl. I watched the Super Bowl, and I watched the Falcons lose the largest lead in, I believe, NFL Super Bowl history. I just was like, oh my God. That's when I started thinking
I had a good weekend.
I thought it was, I'm sorry. Well, yeah.
It was good.
Then I ain't see you this weekend. I'm surprised.
No, why? Would you be surprised?
Because you'll be here, and I'll be like, they be like, oh,
the Spirit told me, stay where you at. Okay. And that's what I did. I went to where I need to go, did what I need to do, and I went home.
Yes. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm having surgery tomorrow. I'm having my gallbladder removed. I'm a little bit nervous, but then I'm excited because I do miss food, and I do miss eating different things like that, and I've just been glad that I haven't had any flare-ups. Thank God. I don't want any even before tomorrow. Everything is good. I looked online and seen how they do the laparoscopic surgery, and I got a little bit nervous.
Wait, how do they do it?
They put 3 slits in your stomach. They take a camera up in there.
To your belly button.
And then they use their tools, I guess, from up here, and they go in and they burn it out. They burn it from there.
Yeah. So they never have to actually open your stomach.
No. But because I was already inflamed. It was inflamed so bad. They said that if it's still damaged when they look at it, they have to cut me open. And I don't want to do that. So let's pray that they just take it the hell on out.
Well, hopefully, because you didn't indulge in stuff, that hopefully it's not that bad.
So yeah, so I'm just praying for that because I don't want no large scars on my body.
My uncle, the one who just had the stroke and the heart attack back in December, when I went to go visit him in the hospital, he was leaning he was like this in the bed. So I pulled him back over, whatever, and he was in a lot of pain. So he said to me, "My chest hurts so bad. I don't know why it hurts so bad." And his hospital gown was down. He was, I just don't know why. I said, "Uncle Walt, you got staples going all down your chest." He said, "Oh God." He didn't know that they had to do surgery because he had a heart attack. So I said, "You want to see?" He said, "No, I don't want to see. I don't want to see." I said, "Are you sure you don't want to see?" I said, "No." So he's sitting there, then we talking, and then all of a sudden he says, "How bad is it really?" And I said, "Uncle Walt, you have it going down." I said, "I'm looking right at your staples." He didn't know that he just knew that his chest was hurting him bad, not realizing that it was stapled up. So then that was like in December, whatever. So fast forward to last Sunday, I visited his church, and he and I were talking, and I said, so did you ever look at your scar? He said, yeah, I had to. He said, when I got home, and he said, I looked at it. He said, I just was like, oh, Lord. And the staples are out or whatever, but he was just like, I just shook my head. I said, well, the good thing you're still here talking to me.
Yes.
Because it could be the other way around.
Okay.
But, yeah, so it just made me think of that when you said you don't want a scar, because I know, but I can't even imagine having a scar straight down my chest the way his is. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking mine going to be horizontal because I see where they, like your arm is, no, this arm is stressed out and then they go in and do whatever they got to do. But I'm ready for
I look at that as I think that people who get surgeries or whatever the case may be and it leaves scars, I look at that as like a war scar. Mm-hmm. Like that's like your testimony scar. Like, I had to get this because I almost lost my life or something almost happened, so this is the result of my battle.
But everybody's saying you're going to be okay, don't worry about it. I just never been put to sleep before, so...
Really?
Not bitch, you... I've never been put to sleep for anything. Well, I mean, well, you
listen,
know, medically.
I will say this. The Sheraton Hotel, probably 2010, 11, 10. Babe, 10. It was 2010. Yes, it was.
Oh, you remember dates?
I sure do, because that was the, hey.
No alternative facts. This is fact. Straight to sleep.
We was in there like.
But you know, I'm ready. So I'll let you guys know.
That was the first and only time I ever had sexual intercourse, sex, and we like both went to sleep. Like I never experienced, and I mean I was knocked out.
I never had it again.
Never had it again.
7 years.
Hey, listen, I am listen, and you know what's so funny? Because I posted, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, not Instagram, Snapchat. I hope y'all don't. I posted I'm engaged yesterday on my Snapchat, but I only posted it because I was scrolling through. I was deleting stuff out of my phone because I have too much shit on my phone. Mm-hmm. I was deleting stuff out of my phone, and I came across this Beyonce Single Ladies performance from the Mrs. Carter tour. And if you guys follow me, you'll see that video came right behind that post of I'm engaged. So I just thought it would be funny, like, to add that post and then the thing. Well, of all people, commented. Ooh. Congrats. Congratulate me for it. So, you know, I'm going back and forth like, no, whatever the case may be. But I had to delete it because then somebody else wrote me and was like, oh, that's so good, congratulations. I'm like, no, this is not true. I only posted that because of the Single Ladies video. I thought maybe some people would get it, but I guess they didn't get it. But it was cute, I guess. Yeah. But trust me, I ain't engaged to nothing or nobody, okay?
Not yet.
Not I am not a marriage person. When it comes, I don't know. Now I like to see other people get married. I'm a firm believer in marriage, but I don't want to get married.
Never know, somebody might sweep you up.
Ain't nobody sweeping me the hell up. I'm too heavy. Listen, I am.
I don't want to bigger than me now, so I don't want to reply.
Excuse me?
Yes, bitch. Look at that.
How much?
No sucking that.
I know that's right. How much you
210.
Oh, go ahead, girl. Yes, I'm even gonna tell you how much I weigh, but go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Yes.
210.
I think for the first time ever, I weigh more than you.
Yes.
And I ain't ashamed to say that. Because you know what this lady told me yesterday at church? She said, oh my God, she said, Mikkel, I can't believe it. You have a stomach, but then when you turn around, you can't even tell you have a stomach because you're so small. She said, you're the first person I've ever seen that was that small with no stomach. Because I do have a small frame. I just got this stomach.
He gonna get rid of it.
I'm gonna get rid of it. And you know what I told her? I said, Miss Betty Jean, and I can still get them. She looked at me and said, oh, I know that's right. I said, just like stomach and all. And she knew who was them. She knew who them was.
Miss Betty Jean.
Because she said, oh,
okay. Well, it's just the belly.
Yeah,
you know.
It's just the belly. Listen.
So look, can we get to the... Look, Atlanta, I don't know how the fuck y'all did it. Y'all took a Meek Mill, y'all took a Hillary Clinton, y'all just took every goddamn thing. I've never seen a team down 28-3 lose by 34-28. 31 or 20 something unanswered points. That don't make no fuckers. I think it was 31 unanswered points. I mean, I knew the Patriots was that good, but not that fucking good, to where it was like the last quarter where everything mattered and they just killed the Falcons. It kind of reminded me how the Eagles just couldn't beat the Patriots that time in 2005, and I was so mad. Could have been 2006, but yeah. But anyway, did you watch the halftime show?
I didn't. I was asleep. I had a long day yesterday, so I missed everything. I missed the Super Bowl. I missed everything.
Well, did you see any of Lady Gaga's performance?
I just told you I was asleep.
Did you see? You've been.
Oh no! I didn't see it. I only saw the part where they showed where she was jumping off or whatever she jumped off of.
Yes. Now, I think in the comments, because I did a little 8-minute video, it's like 50-50.
What?
Some people liked it, some people didn't like it.
I just feel like I'm not used to Lady Gaga giving really a bad performance, so I'm shocked that some people wouldn't like it.
I think it's because it's the Super Bowl. They expected a whole bunch of dramatics, and I will be here for a little bit of the dramatics, but I think if I could have produced it, I probably would have changed. When she jumped down, she came down from the ceiling or whatever. It was just her. And it was just this thing she was dancing on. And then it kept going to the crowd. Then it kept going to her. But it's no theatrics going on.
It's just her and the crowd and this thing.
And it's like, okay, you're singing, oh my God, what the fuck was she singing? She was singing Poker Face or one of them songs.
No dancers? Or was it
she had the dance. They fucking killed it. But it just was her, and she was up there. And they kept panning on her, and you can't see what else going on. So you like, well, bitch, what else is going on? Right. So during that time, I think shit should have been happening. Like, it could have been explosions or something, because it was just her. And then she jumped down, and then she went back up, and then she flipped back down again. And I'm like, okay, but it's still.
So it's like I was at Funplex.
Yes, I mean she got her use of that goddamn
trampoline or whatever she was jumping on.
The court she was on. Yes, but I wouldn't change anything. I mean, except for that. But other than that, it was a great film. It was old Lady Gaga, and I'm just like, yes, Lady Gaga. I want this Gaga back. This Joanne, like I know it's a tribute to her aunt and all of that, but I'm not here for this Joanne train. And I think she threw people up with the art pop thing because it was totally different, but I loved it. And this Joanne is just too slow. It's like, it's like Usher doing all the pop and all of that stuff and doing like a country album. And you like, bitch, what? You want to dance? You know, when you hear Usher, he gonna give you the R&B and he gonna give you that R&B pop and you gonna enjoy it. But it's like, no, Gaga, what the fuck is this? So, of course, 111 million people watch the Super Bowl. So I think it's like one of the biggest, most watched halftime shows. Lady Gaga's going on tour. She's doing stadium and arenas. And at first I was scared. Bitch, I was scared.
I think Gaga can fill up a stadium. I think she can. That's Lady Gaga.
You know why I'm nervous? Is because
it's been a while since she's put out some great stuff. I get it. Yes. And I think that if it was 2010, 2011, even 2012, I think we all. But in 2017, we're kind of like, we ain't really. She's kind of like.
I don't know how to look like Rihanna, bitch, with them bald-headed seats. I just can't. I can't.
I see what you're saying, but I do think that she could pull it off. I think she could definitely pull it, because it's Lady Gaga. But I understand with the whole, she ain't been out for a minute. Or she's been out, but her shit ain't been like it was in 2010 through 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes. But she's doing both, so.
Yeah. Well, man, both stadium and arenas on one tour, right? So I guess some cities she'll do.
Like New York and Chicago, they got stadiums.
Right.
And Philly got
arena. Right.
But I mean, I think I want to go to.
Let me tell you something. You got to know your demographics.
Yes. Somebody did their research.
Right, somebody
knew she couldn't do a full stadium tour.
Right. Hey.
Now don't do it. Now look, y'all know I love Gaga, but I ain't gonna be sugarcoating it.
Okay.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is tough for some.
And I want Gaga to get back to being Gaga. Bitch, it's worse for others.
Okay.
They can barely sell out. No. Don't you say that. Ow! What? Oh, wait, what's on? I almost said something, then I thought about it. Like, wait a minute, I did go to a show like that. No.
Where? Tell me. You.
That's why I said no. Don't say that because people might.
Because I wasn't even thinking that, but you're trying it.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't thinking that. But it's a walk in the park for others.
Yes.
Some people can give a stadium tour. And then come back with a second leg.
Yeah. I want to see Madonna do a stadium tour, a farewell stadium tour, and I have to go.
Why she got to be farewell?
I so
wanted to see This Is It. I so wanted to see that.
Michael Jackson, This Is It? Oh, yeah, in person.
I wanted to see that, but when I found out that he was doing it overseas, because remember, it wasn't no show
10 days in London.
And I was so upset because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get to go to the Wells Fargo. I don't care if I'm at the tippy top. I'm going to be in the same room with Michael fucking Jackson. And then I found out he's not even doing it American tour. And I'm like, what kind of shit is that? And then a few months later, he dies. And I'm like, what?
But let me tell you
So I
something.
want to see him.
No tour has ever topped This Is It. And This Is It is just a damn movie.
Yeah.
No tour has ever topped This Is It. At all.
Because it's Michael
That would have
Jackson.
been the best fucking shit ever.
And whatever. And even from the rehearsals, he was killing.
Yes.
Even from the rehearsals, it was
I'm getting
Michael.
chills.
I'm getting chills too because it's so unfortunate that Michael Jackson is actually dead.
That shit would have been everything.
And I mean from the, because I went to the movies to go see This Is It, and I sat there and I said, if this man would have survived, that's why I'm so hard on Conrad Murray. You know, some people be like, why are you so? Because I'm so hard on him because it's like you know better than to give Michael Jackson that stuff, but that's because money talks, and he was getting that money. But Michael Jackson, and if you haven't seen This Is It, the final. When Michael Jackson was doing the rehearsals for his last tour, you have to see it. It is so good. The behind the scenes. Oh!
I'm so serious. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson
Still ain't nobody.
It was like he was out, he was going for a while, and then he started coming back. And then it was like, when you watched it, it was like that was the old Michael Jackson. Like, he was killing it.
Yeah. That would have been the best tour ever.
It would have. It would have.
Damn, these are my notes for tomorrow. Oh, wait.
Tomorrow?
For the surgery. Can I ask you a serious question? If history shows that an artist doesn't come to their show on time, 9 times out of 10, they're not on time.
They're not on time. And I'm not buying the ticket.
And it's to the point where they have to cut the lights off after 15 minutes after they had rehearsal earlier that day.
Who has to cut the lights off?
The stadium. I mean, whatever. The
venue.
Yeah, because they like, oh, no, bitch, you won't bet your time. Why do y'all still keep buying tickets and get mad when this happens?
When it happens.
We're talking about Lauryn, I can't show up on time.
Hills. With an S. One Tree Hill.
She wanna fuck with your time. I thought there was no wasting time in 2016, something like that. And every fucking time y'all ain't got it. 2017. Like,
Did she show? She showed up on time at Tidal.
she had no choice but to. Jay-Z told her, look.
Listen, we don't play those games over here. We all show up on time.
They had to lock her ass in there to make sure she don't go nowhere. I just don't get it, Lauryn Hill. I'm kind of like, I'm to the point where I don't care. I don't buy your tickets. I want to buy an album. Because, I mean, then you might not even start on time on the fucking album. The songs just might be too long. I don't know. But people, if you buying Lauryn Hill tickets, it's your fault when she don't show up or she gets there and then the venue's like, we have to shut it off. It's your fucking fault. Don't get mad. I mean, everybody wants to experience the greatness of Lauryn Hill because, I mean, when she came out with the Miseducation, you couldn't change not one channel and not hear her on
And not
it.
hear her.
I mean, 7 singles, probably was like 8 or 9, and she was like taking over.
I don't think I could ever. There's just some artists that I could never buy their tickets. And it's unfortunate because Lauryn Hill is really like, that's Lauryn Hill. Even with one album or 2 albums, that's still Lauryn Hill. She's still respected. But I can never see me going to go buy a Lauryn Hill ticket. You would have to purchase it for me.
Okay.
It'd have to be a gift because I'm not buying it. So this way, if she do show up late, it don't matter to me because I don't have a ticket. I'd buy it.
The something that I love that Erica...
And I wouldn't even buy a new outfit.
For her show?
Hell.
Who would buy a nice... I mean, everybody should have something in the closet with Lauryn Hill. I ain't getting all dressed.
No, I'm not.
But something that I love that Erykah Badu did is that she was... You know how Adele do the shows on Thursday nights with different artists or whatever. Not Lauryn Hill. Erykah Badu was supposed to be there, but her plane had got stuck in Dallas, so she didn't make it. But what she did was, the next night she said, I'm still coming to Philly, we're going to do this show. the next night, and the tickets were honest. Some people couldn't make it, but at least she made up the show.
For it, right?
Like,
which was, but that whole plane situation was not any fault of hers.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault at all.
It proved that it was no fault of hers because then she said, "I'm still coming, and I'm gonna do it the next show. And if some of y'all can make it, y'all can make it. If you can't, I'm sorry, but you know, I can't." But I would, I like that she did that. She made an effort. She made an effort, opposed to coming 15, 20, 30 an hour minutes late.
I don't get it.
Minutes, yes.
Madonna and Lauryn Hill are the queen of that, but still, Madonna still puts on her show.
She's another one I wouldn't go pay to see.
I would pay to see Madonna. That is Madonna. I would pay to see her. I'll buy your ticket.
Yeah, you can buy
if the tickets are cheap enough, I will get them. I've been saying this for about as long as we've been doing this show, and I still have not seen her.
I don't want to see her no more.
But I like the old stuff. I'm not a fan of her new stuff. I like Madonna from 1980s to about.
She could stop. Yeah, stop at the 90s.
When she did the
or she could stop
sound,
at. Do you believe in love?
Bitch,
that's
night.
That's Cher.
That was Cher's little comeback. I remember that
because I was in middle school when that happened.
Okay, and
I can feel something inside.
She was auto-tuned as fuck.
Really?
Before I knew what it was.
Okay, was she not? Cher was like 60-something years old.
Everybody was taking over that 1999 spot. You had Cher, Whitney Houston, Jennifer Lopez, Enrique Iglesias,
TLC.
Yes, Miss TLC,
okay.
Destiny's Child.
Okay.
Everybody had
that's when the radio was turning on. Now, don't get in my car and touch my radio because I don't want to hear nothing that's on it. Because all you hear is baby. I would that stupid shit on my damn radio.
And speaking of the radio, someone that will no longer be on Baltimore is Little Mo. Little Mo got fired from her radio gig, and
what happened?
They said that she has been according to an email that leaked to Jasmine Brand.
Where
she got fired. They didn't like have the full email, but the employees got emails that she was let go because of her unprofessional attitude. I don't know if she was unprofessional at work or if she's been unprofessional on social media. But they basically was trying to say like this: we trying to get rid of her before something really pops off. And it didn't have anything to do with her defending Chrisette Michelle or coming at Spike Lee.
I can't even see her being unprofessional. I follow Lil on Instagram, and I don't never see her being unprofessional. She be clapping back at people. I don't know.
I don't really. But I can't. But she was saying, she responded saying like, she lives in Philly and goes to Baltimore every day, to do this radio show. But she ain't never really want to do the job. And
but I'm confused because I remember when Little Mo, that was like her little. I mean,
yeah, she used to promote it all. Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Did Little Mo get fired? According to a various source, Little Mo, the afternoon midday host over at WPGC 955, is gone. 2 online publications such as DCRTV.com and SingersRoom.com gave up the 411 on this Little Mo situation with CBS Radio. People are asking, did Little Mo gas Little... Wait, I'm sorry. People are asking, did people gas Little Mo head up? Shh. Oh, God. This is not me. I'm reading how it was written. She working on a comeback album only after she appeared in The Color Purple, and then it's a period. To add to this story, Little Mo's face has been removed from the website. She was in a little Color Purple?
I didn't know that.
Not
unless that was shade.
Okay, so then Little Mo wrote, I've been through this shit before. Nothing new. Remember in 2011, what happened in 2011?
She probably had another radio show before.
Contract wasn't renewed. I worked past the expiration date. Oh, so basically she worked past. I thought her and that guy worked well together.
Even though I in 2011.
No, but I'm saying she said contract wasn't renewed. I don't know if she's talking about this one or the old one. I worked past the expiration date. #1 afternoon book for their events. It was never any deprecation in love. Deprecation in love. Thanks DC, Maryland, and VA for always welcoming me to your city. Hate me or love me, my energy always been on the beam. She always was. And I'll forever be grateful for all the love that was shown. Catch me live February 15th on DC Morning TV. I'll post all that info very soon. Love always, Meezy.
Catch you here?
Live February 15th on DC Morning TV. So now this is what I'm trying to figure out. And this was posted yesterday. So I'm trying to figure out, because it's funny, because I haven't seen her post, because every morning on my way to work, I would see her post on X
about
X fucking
don't give her and
right.
what you call them, no ideas.
On Instagram, I would always see her post on Instagram with her and the guy that she did it with, like them getting ready, you know. Wow, and I just noticed I hadn't been seeing it for a minute. So
well, I never listened to the show to know.
Well, I don't think any of us could have heard it.
I mean, you know, with all clear, I don't know which station it is, but you know they got internet radio. You can listen.
I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, I don't listen to the radio neither.
Yeah,
but something that is also on the radio, Little Mo. Mariah Carey released a new song called "I Don't" featuring YG. I never heard of him. Don't judge me. But I actually like the song, and it samples Donnell Jones' "Where I Wanna Be." I did not watch the video. You could tell a little bit that Mariah's voice has changed, but I still like the song. And shout out to Mariah Carey, and I do hope that this is a nice little hit for you, because Mariah, you need a hit on the radio, and that's no shade. And I'm glad that you've been quiet, because no one has been talking about the New Year's Eve situation. Okay, this act like it never happened. And I heard she burnt up her wedding dress in the video and all of that stuff. I don't care. But I'm happy she has a new song out, and it's actually like in the top 10 on iTunes.
Can I ask you this?
Sure.
Are we really expecting hits from Mariah Carey anymore?
Yes, I want her to break the Beatles record. I want her.
What does she need? One more hit to break that record?
One more hit, and she stands alone as the only artist, most #1 singles ever. Right now, she's like in a tie with the Beatles.
How many does she have?
18.
18 #1 singles.
Yes.
On Billboard's 100.
Yes. So
and now she's only at 17.
She's at 18 now.
18. Oh, so she needs one more 19.
And it's like she's been stalled since "Don't Forget About Us" or "Touch My Body," one of them fucking songs. She's been stalled for a long time. Right. I want her to break the record.
I mean, call me old, but I think she needs another Emancipation of Me, man. But I don't think she'll ever get that.
Yeah.
That whole album was an album that you could play from beginning
and they marketed it right.
From beginning to end. It was not an album that you said, oh, only like 3 songs. It was an album that you played from beginning to end. That album and Mary J. Blige, "Be Without You." That was 2005, and that was
a good time, Mikhail. You better bring them up.
Okay, because I was there. I was 18 years old when those songs came out. I'm old, because now I'm. Carry the wine. Yeah, but I was 18 at that time. I remember those days.
Oh my
and
God.
I can't be without you, baby. Those songs dominated the radio in 2005.
Yes. And then that little girl named
She
Keisha
needs
Cole
to come back too.
Who?
Mary.
Yes, Mary need to come back.
She do.
Keisha
Cole. This one song that she came out with recently, I didn't hear that at all. And from what I heard, I didn't really like it.
I don't know what happened, but the album ain't come out yet. I don't know, Mary. Mary needs to start talking. Mary needs to start
talking.
And start talking about what happened. Like, Mary is at that point where she can get a 2020 interview about her divorce.
She sure can.
And I don't see what's going on.
You need prime time special.
Bitch, I don't want to do Oprah, because Oprah do Wear It Down. I feel like nobody should be doing that. Right?
She should. What?
No,
what does Oprah do now?
Where are they now? Oprah, where are they now?
Oh, you know, she don't need to know, but Oprah does little special interviews too.
Yeah, but
depending on what it is. I bet you if Oprah did a one-on-one with Mary J. Blige, that would blow up, because black people love Oprah and they love Mary J. Blige, and then Oprah would ask all the good questions.
Yes.
She would.
So when did you know that he was taking?
So when did you know? Because I feel like, you know, that's how Oprah is.
You know better.
Oprah makes it seem like, because Stephen knows better. He knows what time to be in the house. He knows what time to be in the house. He knows when to walk the dog. And I don't have to worry about Stepman. I've had him for 30-something years. And he's not never stepped out. Okay? And if he steps out, it's because he's running to go get me something. Okay?
I cannot with you.
Kendu couldn't even do it, Mary.
So...
Okay? That's a shame, though. He should have did that to her.
So something we haven't talked about is I'm about to say Kelly and Conway, but I'm really thinking of Megyn Kelly, from formerly of Fox News, was there about 12 years.
She's on NBC now, right?
She's going to NBC, and she had to sign a big deal with them, because they're giving her a daytime show. They're giving her a Saturday show. I mean, a Sunday show, like 60 Minutes, like a little special. Right. And there was something else, but I can't remember. But it's a big ass deal that she got for signing with NBC News. Now,
I would love to see her on. Sorry to cut you off, but I would love to see her like with an evening show on NBC because well, Sundays when I get dressed for church, I'm always hooked on CNN, and it's usually Jay Tapper or Fareed Zakaria, and those are the two shows I watch.
GPS.
But Fareed Zakaria is the show that I'm leaving out the house on. Okay. So I never really catch all of it because it comes on at 10, and I'm usually out the door by then. But since I've been going to my aunt's church recently, I've been out the door even earlier because her service starts at 10. But anyway, those are the two shows. But I would love to watch. Now, I'm not a fan of Megyn Kelly's, but I would love to watch her show at night. But then I feel like if I did watch it at night, it would kind of coincide with Anderson Cooper. And CNN has my nights. They do. Because it's Anderson Cooper at 8. It's from 8 to 10. Unless they have a special at 9.
Yeah, they having too many specials.
Yeah, they're having too many specials. Like what's going like tomorrow or tonight, they're having something with Ben.
I can't wait for that. Bernie Sanders and
Ted Cruz. Yeah, but I feel like it's the election all over again. Like, why do we need these?
They talking about health care.
Yeah, but why do we need that? But anyway, because Donald is the president, you know. But anyway, but the one with Nancy Pelosi was really good last week. I watched that one. Yeah, this lady kind of got her together, but it was sad because the lady got her together by letting her know. You for these illegal immigrants coming to this country, and one of them tied my son up and killed him, and tortured him to death. But yet you are in support of this. Like but it's sad when you come.
But she can't be responsible.
No,
for
she can't.
Everybody.
But she can't. But what she was saying was this happened in a sanctuary city, a city that does not report illegal immigrants to the government unless they commit like a major crime or whatever the case may be. But if they, if they're legal and they go to, like for instance, Philadelphia is a sanctuary city. And her whole thing was, had this guy been reported and not been in this sanctuary city, I think it was San Francisco, then my son, this guy probably would have been in jail and my son probably would be alive. Okay. But it was so sad because it's like, and Nancy Pelosi was like, I can't even imagine what you're going through. And the lady said, no, you cannot. No, you can't. And then she told her, and you never will. Like she really was getting her together, and I felt bad for the lady. I understood where the lady was coming from, but I understood where Nancy Pelosi was coming from too. But at the same time, it's kind of like Nancy Pelosi really didn't want to tell the lady.
But did this person have a lot of, he had a criminal background history?
I can't remember if he had a criminal background history, Kevin. I can't remember. But the whole point of it was the lady was like, this person was an illegal immigrant, and he came into this country illegally, and he was in this sanctuary city that did not report him because sanctuary cities don't report illegal immigrants unless they've committed some sort of crime. But because he didn't commit anything, he was just roaming the streets free, and he was able to kill and torture my son. And she was like, had he not had the city that we live in not been a sanctuary city, my son probably would have been alive because had this guy been reported.
Yeah, I think they need to do something about we'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, I forgot about Kelly
Price?
No, Megyn Kelly.
Oh, Kelly who?
Megyn Kelly. That was good, bitch. I really want to talk about it more, but Megyn Kelly, what you were talking about?
Yeah, it was good too.
Because I got something to say. Megyn Kelly left Fox News for NBC. Meanwhile, they're giving her all of these different shows. When they said they was giving her a daytime show, I'm thinking like, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because NBC don't really show some bullshit from Access Hollywood. So I can see Megyn Kelly. Oh my God, I can't stand Kelly.
She's talking about us.
Yes. She probably watching the video. Donald Trump be watching everything.
Yes, he does.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. So,
ooh, bitch, I'm sorry to cut you off. But
wait.
I want to cut you off, but then I don't. I know. I'm sorry. Wait. Because listen, speaking of Donald Trump, because I saw something today on Instagram, and it's really not funny because it's sad, and I don't wish death on nobody. But
they said the Simpsons predicted
Donald
Trump's death.
And it's not funny because remember the Simpsons predicted him running for president, and they actually had him coming down that escalator back in 2000.
I seen a picture of him laying on the casket. This is real. Back to Megyn Ann Kelly.
That's not funny, y'all.
What's her name? Megyn Kelly.
Janet Jackson.
So
Captain Jackson.
So they gave her the daytime show. Now, on today's show, today's take is with Al Roker, Tamron Hall, and it used to be with Billy Bush until he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just been them two, but they've been holding it down during the 9 a.m. hour, and they're actually number one.
NBC don't have a problem with firing people. Look what they did to Ann Curry.
So what they did, well, Ann Curry,
they did to her.
Yeah. I think she really wasn't a good fit. And
but Ann Curry had been on Today Show for all them years.
But you know who had something to do with that?
Matt Lauer.
He ain't like her.
No, yeah, and I agree. But Ann Curry was part of because when I used to watch the Today Show years ago in the 90s and early 2000s, it was Matt Lauer and Katie Curry, and then they segued into Ann Curry.
Fucking everybody.
Right. Ann Curry, who would give like other reports in the news around the country and stuff like that, and then Al Roker. Those were the four faces that I remember from the Today Show. Mm-hmm. And then Katie left, and then Ann was still there. But I knew it was shame when Katie left, and they didn't bump Ann up.
They gave it to Savannah Guthrie, right?
And I think that's where the problem started happening because Ann was upset because Ann, I think, thought that I would have been upset too. All those years I've been there, and you ain't gonna bump me up to that seat. You gonna bump somebody else, and I'm still sitting in this hot ass seat. I would have been mad too. And you don't do that to people. You don't. That's like if somebody's been on the job for a long time and the position opens up. The person with seniority is going to get that position, but you going to bring somebody else in there and take it.
Mm-hmm. We see it all the time on Undercover Boss. And then they get called out on and then like, oh, we're going to move you up and we're going to put you in.
Well, see, never mind. Be quiet, Mikhail.
So, you know, Tamron Hall and Al Roker have been doing their thing, and at the 9 a.m. hour, they're number one. They're actually beating Kelly. You know, the other Kelly with Mike. What was it? Regis and Kelly. They're number one. So in September, Megyn and Kelly will be joining the Today Show in the 9 a.m. hour, but it's never been reported yet. But people were upset. Like, wait a minute, how you want to get rid of today's tape with Tamron Hall and Al Roker and put Megyn Kelly in that 9 a.m. hour? That's not fair that they've been doing all of this work and Megyn and Kelly gets to take over. Megyn and Kelly. Megyn Kelly.
Megyn and Kelly, isn't that John McCain's daughter? No, that's Megyn McCain.
I can't get the names right. I can't get the names right. So in protest.
Wait, who are we talking about? Wait, what am I talking about?
Kelly and
Conway.
Talking about Megyn Kelly.
John
going
McCain.
to NBC.
Oh, what about her?
So listen, I know y'all probably mad at me. So
not mad at me because I don't know what's going on.
So now with stop interrupting me, bitch.
I didn't say nothing.
Wait, let me start this over.
Over.
All right. So Tamron Hall and Al Roker is in the number one spot on NBC for the Today Show at 9 a.m.
Right.
Megyn Kelly is coming to take over for Tamron Hall and Al Roker
because they're bumping them out. She's bumping them out.
She's bumping them out because according to the new contract, she's getting a daytime show, she's getting a Sunday night show, and she's got something like she'll be doing specials.
Can I ask you this? So Al Roker and Tamron Hall, are they a part of the 9 a.m. portion of the Today Show?
Yes.
Or they have their own show on the weekend?
They're part of the 9 a.m. hour.
On Today Show.
Yes.
Not the weekend Today Show, but the weekday Today Show. So Ann, whatever her name is going to be kicking them out during the week and have her own thing, basically on the Today Show.
Yes. And I guess this is all part of their contract. So in protest, Tamron Hall, who had a new contract coming up, decided not to sign the contract and to leave NBC and MSNBC. And she no longer has a job with NBC News. Because, you know, everybody was upset about this happening. Now, I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm excited to see Megyn Kelly at NBC, but not in that way. Because normally when a show is number one, and it's been number one for a while, you don't fuck up your formula to do that.
No.
So I think that was wrong. Now, I don't know how Hoda and Kathy Lee are doing, but I mean, that's kind of like the drunk hour for me, for them.
But
because they love to drink.
Be quiet.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I just feel like that. I feel like they're filler ends.
Hoda and Kathy?
Yeah, I don't really.
They drink and they have a good time.
I know, but I don't really like them.
Yeah, right.
I don't like that shit.
They haven't said anything controversial.
I don't like they special.
But I don't see how NBC y'all have daytime slots. Get rid of one of them damn other shows. Like, I don't care about Access Hollywood coming on the daytime. I want to know what happened at night. When I watch Access Hollywood and all that stuff.
There you go.
So the news at 11. Who watches news at 11 a.m.? Get rid of 11 a.m. news for your NBC affiliates and put Megyn Kelly on Up Against the View. Now let's see if she's really a bad bitch. Now put her up against the View and see how her ratings do. I don't think that it's right that they're getting rid of her. First of all, you're getting rid of a black woman. This is the second black woman in the row that you're doing wrong, NBC, because y'all got rid of Melissa Harris Perry when she used to come on the weekends. And she went off about that. She was saying, I'm not no mammy, you're not going to do this and do that. But then Julianne Reed took her spot, and I actually like Andrew better than I like Melissa Harris Perry. But I just feel like this is just wrong, what they did to Tamron Hall and Al Roker and the National Association of Black Journalists. Now, they got into it and said, NBC, we would like to have a meeting with you because we don't like how you're treating your African-American female employees. So NBC made a statement that, you know, they this and they that, and that they would love to meet up with the National Association of Black Journalists. This is actually a good thing. And I don't know. I really would feel some kind of way if somebody boosted me out my goddamn job to bring in somebody in that's bigger and better than me, but I'm already number one. So it's like if they're number one, they didn't work to get to their, you know, to get number one. I feel bad for Tamron Hall. She's been, you know, she hasn't really had her face out there. It took her a while just to get noticed. And she had the Dateline MSNBC show. She had a regular hour, like at 11 a.m. She was doing her fucking thing. Why would y'all take that away from her?
She's a pretty woman, too.
Yes, very pretty. I'm surprised she's not, she might be married, I don't know. But I like Megyn Kelly, but not this way. Feel like y'all could have did it a different way.
They could have did it. But you never know. You got to remember, and I'm going to just say this, and I don't mean no harm, but we talking about Megyn Kelly that was one of the biggest faces on Fox News.
Yes.
When one of the biggest faces on Fox News come to your network, and she probably had her people was in that office negotiating and like, listen, I'm a big name. She is bigger than Al Roker and Tamron
Yes,
Hall.
she is.
So, I mean, when you got a Megyn Kelly against Al Roker and Tamron Hall, who you think gonna win? Megyn Kelly.
Yeah. But
It's
it
just
makes
like-
it look like it's a racist.
No, I don't think it's a race thing at all. I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's more so the big one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's just say, okay, who's a big black person on TV? I can't. Not too many of them.
Like in news?
Yeah, news. Like,
Well, I don't think Don Lemon is number one at 10 o'clock, but I
no,
like
he's not.
to watch him.
Yeah, but I like to watch him. But yeah, but
It's
Don
like-
Lemon, I feel like
He's the only black man on TV for the show at night.
she sure is. To be honest with you, too. Now, is Don Lemon bigger than Al Roker? He's definitely bigger than Tamron Hall, but he's bigger than.
But see, Al Roker just does the news.
And to
with
me,
the
Al
side of
Roker
the
does.
thing on the
I
side.
remember he did the weather. I
Yeah,
didn't know
I meant the weather.
Y'all
That's what I meant to say.
When he
The
start
weather.
doing the news.
The weather. The weather. And gets a little side of the news.
Okay, because this
But
is
when
what's
he goes
happening
in, he goes
in your
in.
neck of the woods. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, because I've been hearing that for years, and I think they're going to have that on his tombstone. And this is what's happening in your neck of the woods. Okay? Because that's all he ever said.
But it makes it look bad because y'all taking the show from a black person, and you know they're gonna go off. But I wanted to talk about Tony Rock and Steve Harvey, but I didn't get a chance to get all of the information. I do know that Tony Rock is just saying, like, how can y'all be taking advice from somebody like Steve Harvey who's had 3 wives and all this and that? He was really going in on him, but I want to know the backstory, and I didn't have a chance to get it, so I can't discuss it. But yeah, those are our topics for today. And remember, do not be buying Lauryn Hill tickets. If she don't show up, you get exactly what the fuck you deserve. But there is a debate coming on CNN tomorrow with Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders. It's a debate on healthcare. It comes on at 9 p.m. Please watch it because I would love to discuss it on Thursday. And on Wednesday night, Van Jones' 4th episode of The Messy Truth comes on, and that comes on at 9 p.m.
Can I just say this? I like The Messy Truth, but I feel like Van Jones, and I kind of get what people say about me, but I kind of feel like Van Jones does not allow his guests to speak. He's always interrupting them. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. And I see when people say it about me, because I do interrupt you a lot. But when I'm watching Van Jones, I feel like his show could be so much better if he not...
And just allow people
And just allow his guests, whoever the guest, say what they gotta say. Even if he opposes it, let them finish what they have to say, because he's always cutting in. And it's like, come on, Van Jones, I don't know who you think you are. I don't know if you're trying to be Barbara Walters.
I like Van. I wish Van ran for office. He's a good man. I really think he should run for something. I don't know about not no president, but he would be good. Do you know if he's ever been like a senator or anything?
I don't think so. The first time I heard of Van Jones was when he was working for President Obama.
Yeah,
and then he left early on in his administration because I think he left Obama's first term.
Yeah, that man he can talk to people. He can talk to the masses. He can talk to everybody, even if he don't agree. He can understand where everyone is coming from. That's what I think. So yeah, I think it would be good. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your prayers for my upcoming surgery tomorrow. If everything goes right, I'll let you guys know. If not, I don't want to say it that way.
If not, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that means I'm just out of commission right now. Because if I wake up and I'm stapled up, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Well, if you wake up, you should be happy.
Yes, amen. But I'm still be disappointed.
I mean, I will be disappointed too. Mm-hmm. But then after that disappointment, I'll be like, thank you, Jesus. Because I'm up. I'm up. But then again, it's a win-win situation because if you wake up, that's a win. But if you wake up on the other side, that's a win too.
Amen. But I don't want to go there.
I just want to make sure I know where to get my check signed at if you don't wake up on this side. So,
you have to see Miss Barbara Smith.
I won't see her.
Nina.
Nina!
That's all I have to say.
Don't do that to her. Don't do that to me.
Somebody, but what did your brother mean? Like, people be doing dumb shit like that.
Yeah, they do.